let me tell you guys a serious debate that is happening in the autism community. And this debate is happening on our grounds in this college. I have a friend who is trying to become an ABA or an autistic behavior analyst so that she can go and try to give proper health care to kids with this condition. Well, for 3 weeks they had a debate on what should you call people with autism. People with autism, person of autism, autistic person, or just autistic. And this debate is really heated in the community. To the point where even I got kicked out because I used the wrong label that the group identified with. Because they want to make sure everyone's comfortable, so they're trying to find one label that fits it perfectly. And it's gotten to the point where she was almost kicked out for using the wrong label, even though she just wanted to focus on the condition. So, with this happening, what are the pros and cons of these labels? And what are my biases? Because despite what everyone thinks, everyone has biases. But let me start off with autistic person. Autistic person is supposed to be identity, then humanity. Basically, I was born with this condition, so it's a part of who I am. I wasn't given this condition, or I didn't get it from some type of sexual act or traumatic experience. I was born with it. So, autistic person. I identify myself as autistic. But the cons of it is that you're easier talking. People will see the condition before yourself and treat you like a cancer cell, which is an active part in the community. For another con that happens when this label comes up is that you just focus on the autistic. You forget that they're a human. You see them forever as always as autistic and not as a human, with goals and aspirations, easier to stereotype. With this being like a neutral and all that term, what's wrong with people with autism? Well, it's humanity, but it's a condition. You normalize it. You treat it as a condition second. As you should. Like, autistic is just one aspect. It's not who you are. That's what a lot of people think until someone may bring this up, which is an active counter to it. Will you call someone who's African American person with black? Because you're born with autism. Like, African Americans born being black. Will you call someone person with black? Or person with gay? Person of Asian, Hispanic, Latino? Does that make sense? It doesn't. It doesn't make sense on a grammar point. And in the scientific world, you're typically given that when you have a condition that could be cured, that you're given for your life, like cancer. Person with cancer. That makes sense because you're given cancer through your life from either smoking or just bad genetics. So there's that debate. So, another thing to focus on when it comes to person with autism is that it's a little bit hurtful if you think about it. Because you're basically saying, you're normal. Forget about your problems. Your problems are on the back burner. Even though that one's a bit weaker compared to the other stuff. That's another argument I see. So with all this in mind, and the reason I'm telling you this is because autistic people are finally starting to get the ability to come into to get into college through academic programs and changes to the acceptance rate because by removing highly discriminating tests that takes away a lot of the things that causes you to not be able to pass the test. That's why I'm telling you this. Because at the end of the day, you can label someone how you want. But at the same time, do you want to treat someone badly? How about instead of choosing the label, you go up and say, hello, how you like to be identified as? I like to be identified as Wyatt, person with autism. Have a good day.